Hi everyone. In this video, we can start with fourth module, loaders and linkers. We can discuss an absolute loader. Source program is written in assembly language, which means the input is in assembly language. The assembler converts this assembly language program into machine language. So the output of the assembler is machine language. So machine language program, it is in a file, object file. So it is machine language means it is represented by zeros and ones. So instead of writing zeros and ones, we use the hexadecimal representation. So we have got the output of the assembler, which is a machine language program. And before executing this program, it has to be loaded into the main memory. So the machine language program has to be loaded into memory before execution. So this loading process is done by the loader, that is the object program which is in disk, which is in hard disk. It has to be bring to our main memory, primary memory, RAM memory. So before execution. So this process is done by the system software called loader. So these are the three processes of the loader. First, the basic process is the loading process, which allocates memory location and brings the object program into memory for execution. Then the second process it has to do is the linking. Sometimes the part of the programs will be, different parts of the programs will be in different, loaded into different memory locations. For example, if we are using different functions, so those functions can be, or subroutines can be at different places. So it has to be linked together. There should be a connection between these parts of the program. So this linking, which combines two or more separate object programs and supplies the information needed to allow a linkage or reference between them. So such type of software is called linker. So linker provides this linking capability. So mostly this loader and linker are combined, which has loading function and also the linking function. Then next is the relocation process. So relocation means what? The program will be having a location specified in the object program. So when it is loaded into memory, memory location may not be free. The specified location may not be free. So it has to be relocated into a different location. So loader has to take care of that part also. That is loading. It can be loaded, the program can be loaded at an address different from the location originally specified. So such process is called relocation, changing from the original location. It is loaded into a different location which is free. We can see the basic functions of a loader. So basic function we all know that of the loader is to load the object program which is written in a file into main memory. A loader is a system software that performs the loading function. It brings object program into memory and starts its execution. We can see this figure to understand the loading function. So this is a source program. It is given as input to the assembler. So assembler produces the output as the object program, which is in machine language. This program is given to the as input to the loader. So loader's function is to load this object program in memory, in primary memory. So the output of the loader, we can see here that it is the object program which is loaded into the memory location, memory addresses. We can classify loaders. So these are the different types of loaders. Absolute loader. Absolute loader means it will do only the loading function. The next is the bootstrap loader. Bootstrap loader we might have heard, that is it does the booting function, that is it is only used for loading the operating system. When the system boots up, the operating system has to be loaded into main memory. This is done by the bootstrap loader. Then next is a relocating loader. That means additional to the loading function, it should have the capability for relocation, relocating the program. Then next is the linking loader. This type of loader provides the linking function also. Design of an absolute loader. The absolute loader does only the loading functions, loading the program from the disk into main memory. the object code is loaded to the specified locations in the memory. At the end, the loader jumps to the specified address to begin execution of the loaded program. That means after loading the entire program, the loader transfers its control to the starting address of the program for executing the program. In this type of loader, linking and relocation is not done. Algorithm for an absolute loader. Absolute loader, what it has to do is it has to load the object program directly into the memory. It does not do any relocation and linking. So object program is in which format? It has header record, text record and the end record. So actually the object code is in the text record. So from text record, this loader has to take each of the digits and load it into the main memory. So first, the algorithm starts here, begin, read header record, and header record has the program name and length. So verify program name and length. Then read the first text record. Then till the end, what it has to do? It has to move object code to the specified location in main memory. Move the object code in the text record to the specified location in main memory. And one more thing, if the object code is in character form, so this object file, .obj file means it will be the object code is in character form. So this has to be converted, this character data has to be converted into the machine representation. Then read next object record and repeat this process till the end record. Once end record is reached, jump to the address specified in the end record, which is the starting address of the program, and the program gets executed. This is the explanation of the absolute loader algorithm. In this, all functions are done in a single pass. So first, the header record is checked to verify the correct program has been presented for loading. As each text record is read, the object code is moved to the indicated address in memory. When the end record is encountered, the loader jumps to the specified address to begin execution of the loaded program. So we can see the input to the loader, which is the object program, which has header record, text record. Text record contains the actual object code. We can see here. Then the end record. So this is the input to the loader. Then output of the loader is, it is not a file, it is the contents of the memory locations. So this program we can see here, the starting address of the program is 1000, and here's from here onwards the object code starts 141033. So here from the 1000 location onwards the program is getting loaded. So 141033 till the program ends at here, the last is 005. So this is the output of the loader, which is the program after loading into memory. Object program. Each byte of assembled code is given using its hexadecimal representation in character form. This object file, see this, suppose this is the object file, which is the input to the loader. Loader has to take the characters, the data from this object code from this object file and load it into the main memory. Suppose this is a memory. The loader has to take the data from object code from this file and load it into that. So this is the object file. So we all know that in file, normally in C programming also in file, the data is represented as in character form, represented in character form. So if this object code, for example, the object code 14, we can STL instruction object code is opcode is 14. So if we store that into a file, since if it is in hexadecimal form, but when it is saved into a file, it becomes character data. So this character data, when the loader tries to load it, it will take more space. More space. For example, this each digit in character data, it will take 1 byte. So in order to store 14, this will take 1 byte, and 4 will also take 1 byte. 2 bytes of memory locations will be required. So the loader, it has to reduce the space requirement. That is why it will do one more thing. That is, it will convert this character data into hex form, hexadecimal form. That is, it has to be considered as a single byte. In hex form, one digit requires only 4 bits. So 2 digits constitute 1 byte. So if it is in hexadecimal form, the memory requirement is less. So, but in file, the data is in character form. Even if we write numbers also, it will represent in file as characters. So it has to be packed into a single byte. So that is given here. For example, a machine code for an STL instruction would be represented by the pair of characters 1 and 4. When these are read by the loader, they will occupy 2 bytes of memory. This opcode must be stored in a single byte with hexadecimal value 14. That is, instead of 2 bytes, it has to be combined to a single byte. Thus, each pair of bytes from the object program must be packed together into 1 byte during loading. So this should be packed together to form 1 byte. So the loader has to do that process also. Thank you.